wake of our actions. When we reflect on a life well lived, perhaps the most honest place to begin is not with our accomplishments, but with the wake we have left behind. Every life leaves a wake, much like a boat moving through water. Some wakes are gentle, barely disturbing the surface. Others churn the water, creating turbulence long after the boat has passed. The question is not whether we leave a wake. We all do. The question is, what kind of wake have we left? A thoughtful life review might begin with a simple accounting: harm and non-harm. Where have our actions brought suffering? Where have they eased it? Perhaps the quiet hero of our species is not the one who accumulates the most wealth, power, or recognition, but the one who moves from birth to last breath without taking another human life. Such a life may never make headlines, yet it represents a profound commitment to restraint and reverence for life. But the examination cannot stop there. The deeper questions begin when we consider the full impact of how we have lived, how we have consumed, what we have supported, and what we have believed. Every meal carries a footprint. Every purchase carries consequences. Every belief we attach to has the potential to divide or to connect. The collateral damage of a life is rarely limited to dramatic acts of violence. Much of it accumulates quietly through everyday habits, through indifference, through unconscious consumption, through the stories we tell ourselves about who belongs and who does not. The divided mind is capable of justifying a great deal of harm while believing itself to be righteous. For this reason, an honest life review asks difficult questions. Have we taken the time to examine the impact of our living? Have our thoughts, words, and actions been guided by reverence for the fragile miracle of life that unfolded during our brief time here? Or have we allowed our lives to be fed by the ancient poisons of fear and greed? A life well lived is not a life without mistakes. Such a life likely does not exist. Every human being leaves some turbulence in their wake. The measure of a life may instead be found in our willingness to look carefully at that wake, to acknowledge where harm has occurred, and to do the work, when possible, to repair it. Across cultures and centuries, wisdom traditions have pointed in a similar direction. The Stoic reflections of Marcus Aurelius encouraged a daily examination of one's conduct. Buddhist teachings emphasize the careful observation of intention and consequence through the principle of karma. Both traditions recognize something simple but profound. Our actions ripple outward. A compassionate act ripples outward. So does cruelty. A moment of patience may soften an entire day. A moment of anger may echo for years. When we understand this, the question of how to live becomes clearer. A meaningful life may be less about achievement and more about stewardship, about moving through the world in ways that reduce unnecessary harm and increase the conditions for life to flourish. It is about cultivating awareness of the wake we leave behind us. And perhaps with enough humility and attention, we may learn to move through the waters of life more gently, leaving behind a wake that carries less turbulence and more care for those who come after us.